Hello and welcome back to my channel. Long time no see, but I'm back with a new series of planning to get you in, to wean me back into making videos and writing blog posts. So I have already written a blog post, which you may have come from to find this video, because I just sort of described how to start off your Christmas planning. And so now I'm going to show you what I'm doing for my Christmas planning this year. So first of all, I'm just going to show you a couple of bits that I've bought to help me with my Christmas planning this year. So first of all, I bought a hole punch. This is a diary hole punch from Repesco. I think that's how you pronounce it. And it's just a small little one, which I actually have out here. So this is what it looks like. I have used it just to see you know, what it's all about, and if you can see, hopefully you can, there's the hole punches here, and there's 3 on each level to obviously have your 6 hole punch, and then you can move them to depending on what size diary you have. So mine is the personal, so I push mine right to the edges, and that makes personal size hole punch. So it's really clever, this hole punch, and I do know that they've brought out a new one which I really wanted to get hold of but I couldn't find, so I've had to go for this one. But if that one does come available, I will I'll let you know about that. So I'm just going to keep this this plastic bit on here for the time being, because it holds it down, because it doesn't have a lock on it, which I'm a little bit disappointed about, but the new one does. So if you just I think the new one's also all metal and this is plastic, but I'll leave a link down below to where you can get this. I got this from Amazon. I can't remember how much it was, but not any more than £10. I think it was like £9.48 or something random like that. So I've got my hole punch, so I can punch my inserts nice and easily. Then I also got a MyCraftyFox Ziploc envelope for my personal size, because I've got one of like the slip top or open top slip pockets that came with the MyCraftyFox diary, but I wanted a zipper one, so this is what it looks like out of the packet. It's just a clear sort of cloudy zipper pocket, and it's already punched, and it's got one of these like zippers, so it's like, I don't know what you'd call, obviously it's a zipper, but it's not like a metal zipper, it's one of them sort of like, I don't know, it's very clever. But the only thing with these are they obviously can break if they're sort of forced, like if it's like packed too full. So I thought this would be quite a nice idea to get one of these to like hold stickers and like little notes and things that you want to access without it, you know, all falling out like it would with like the open top ones that come with your MyCraftyFox. So this just makes it a bit more secure, and it's by the side, so obviously you can fit your hand in a lot easier and like that way shaped items rather than going that way, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I thought this would be quite a nice idea to get one of these. Also, just to mention, I got this from Amazon as well, but all the items that I've bought I will link down below so you can get them yourself. Then I got some stuff from Hobbycraft. I got this tape. It's Christmas tape, because obviously we're doing Christmas planning, so I wanted to get all my supplies in before I started making this video series. So I've just got these ones, which I'll get out of the pack. There's a pack of 3. I haven't got these out yet, so have a look. This one's got reindeers on. This one's got bows and it says Merry Christmas. This one has just got snowflakes, all different styles of snowflakes, and they're just small little rolls, and it says on here that they are 15mm and the length like that wide, and then they are 3 meters long, so you get quite a lot of tape even though it looks like a small reel. So hopefully they'll look good and I'll be able to get plenty of use out of them. And then I also got from Hobbycraft some scrapbooking paper, and this is called Dear Santa, and I got these ones because they looked like they had the nicest patterns, because there was a few sets of scrapbooking paper that you could get, and I wanted the 12 by 12 size, because then, you know, they were big enough to use for lots of different projects, and I like these ones the most because they had nicest patterns on, and they say that they've got 6 designs with glitter effects, and this comes with 2 sheets of 12 designs, so you get 24 sheets in total. So there's plenty of different patterns on there, and for example this is the snowflake one. I don't know how much glare's on there, hopefully not a lot, and this has got like glittery scarves, and just like his belly's a bit glittery, and there's just nice glitter on there, so I thought that'd be a nice sort of addition to the paper to get it with glitter. And then lastly, I got this online on a website called Speedy Hen, which I found this most cheapest on, so I decided to get it from there, because obviously it's all about saving money, especially when it comes to Christmas time, because obviously Christmas is a very expensive holiday, and if you are going to go all out on buying a new planner, or if you're just going to, rather than just putting a new section in your current planner, obviously you want to, you know, save as much money as you can. So without further ado, I will show you which one I've got. So I have already looked at this because I wanted to check it out, mainly because I was so excited that I got it really, but also just to check, you know, the quality of it, you know, make sure it wasn't, you know, ruined, and it had everything in just in case. But I've seen, you know, a couple of people who have bought from Speedy Hen before and they've never had any problems. So, and this is, you know, genuine Filofax. So here it is. I'll get it out the box so you can see a bit better. I don't know how well the camera is going to pick up this colour. Let me just have a look. Yes, pretty good sort of pick up on the colour. It's a very dark, rich red. Sort of like berry red. It's called pillar box red, which is very suiting because it is that sort of deep pillar box red. It's still in the packaging. It's got a bit dusty because I've had a look at it, but it didn't come this sort of dusty. So here it is. I'll get it out of this packaging. This is a original, Filofax original. I already have a Filofax original, but in the nude, and this is like the patent, that sort of shiny material, and I got this time last year actually, and it's, you know, held up really well. It's a lovely size, and then this one's just exactly the same again, but in a deep red, so to go for Christmas. So the main differences obviously with these two is that this one has got the shiny sort of sealed finish to it, and this one's just sort of like you can feel the texture of the leather. So I don't know if, you know, how sort of the difference will be in holding up against scratches and stuff, but with these I can already tell that this one is a lot sort of softer, floppier, and that sort of, you know, you can flop it around as you can see, where this one, because it's got that sealed sort of strength to it, that's not going to sort of budge. But this is, you know, this is done really well, and this one feels just as good, thick quality leather like this one. So that's just sort of the main difference, is that because this one's got that sealed feel to it, it just feels a bit more stronger, but this one feels just as sturdy but just softer and floppier, a bit more sort of not pliable, but you know, you can sort of squidge a bit more in there, you know, stuff it full, where this one's obviously just got its like particular size kind of thing, you know, you can't overstuff this one. So yeah, here it is. I can finally get into it now. So this is what it looks like on the inside. It is real leather. It's cow leather, I think it is, and this comes with all the inserts, you know, the to-dos, the coloured paper, the line paper, the graph paper, the blank paper, and then it also comes with a 2017 diary, which I will be able to use in my current diary next year. So that's quite nice how it's come with the new one, because on Speedy Hen you can't choose which diary you want, whether it be 2016 or 2017, or like the half year one where you can like start halfway through 2016. You don't have that choice on Speedy Hen, so I didn't even think about it, to be fair, but I'm glad that it did come with all the 2017 diary inserts. And then this is like the pocket I was trying to tell you about, is where it opens from the top, and then obviously the one I've got has this zipper on the side, so just a little bit different. The rings are nice and tight, nice quality, feels just as lovely as my other one. And then it also comes with the notebook at the back, just like the other one. So they are identical. The only difference is the colour and obviously the feel of it. You know, the fact that this is a lot softer and the other one's a lot more sort of tougher and rigid. So yeah, that is my planner. That's the last bit, and this is the planner I'm going to use for this series of Christmas planning. And I decided to get a red one because I love red and it's a very Christmassy colour. So I'm going to take out these inserts so we can start off with a fresh new empty planner, and if there's anything in here that I want to put in here at the end, I can do, so we can just see it sort of empty and just start it from a empty binder. Okay, so as I mentioned in my blog post, I have made my own inserts, which I have with me here. This is what they look like. I'll just move this out the way quickly. This is what they look like. This is just a little front page I created on PicMonkey, which it's just this photo. I put this together. The reindeer was separate to the frame, and then I just added a load of snowflakes in there. I don't know how well you'll be able to see it. Oh, sorry, I just knocked the camera. But yeah, I've made this. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it yet as like a dashboard or something, but I probably will use it for something. So I have got that. So for my inserts, I made these all myself. I have a Christmas present log. These are all inspired by Mrs. Brimble's. And this is what they look like. So I've got a couple of pages for my Christmas present log. So I have made these myself. If you want these, I can make a blog post attaching them, because I'm quite happy to share them with you. But yeah, I just thought it'd be a nicer idea to make my own, customise them myself, rather than going out and buying them on Etsy or something, because Mrs. Brimble's, Anna, did make her own, which were very similar, so these are heavily inspired by hers. So first of all, I've got a couple of pages for the Christmas present log, so I can log you know, what I've bought everyone. So I've got a couple of sheets of them. Then I did a Christmas card tracker, so I know who I've given them, like sent them or received them from, so I can write that. And then I've got 3 columns for I've got 3 years worth of columns, so that I can, you know, keep these for a long time. I've just got 2 pages of them because I've got quite a lot of columns, or sorry, rows on these, so I don't think I've got any more sort of people than 2 pages would have, sort of thing. Then I've got a load of shopping list pages which just have tick boxes and a little reindeer at the bottom, and then I've got matching to-do lists, which I've got a lot more of, loads of them, so I can keep track of what I need to do, whether that be planning or Christmas related things, and then I know what I need to buy as well. So I want all of my insets obviously in my planner, but I want them divided, and rather than just using the like, let me just get them for you, rather than using the dividers that come with the planner, just these plain yellow ones. Of course you can if that's all you have, but that's why I've bought my scrapbooking paper, so I can make some nice Christmassy themed ones. Which, here's the paper again. Sorry about the glare, still in the package. So yeah, I'm going to show you how I make the dividers. So first of all, I'm just going to put these in my planner and see how they look. Got nice strong rings, like the clip and everything. I did punch these all with a one of these hole punchers at first, because this is just 2-hole punch, because I didn't have my 6-hole punch at the time, so I did punch these all with a normal 2-punch hole punch, which is easy to do. So I've put my insets in there. I don't have many, obviously, as you can see, but these all build up with all the bits and pieces that I want to put in. I do also want to put my Ziploc bag in there, which I'm not sure whether I'm going to put the front or the back yet, so I'm just going to stick it at the back for now, because then it's in there and I know where it is. So that's how that's going to look in there. Then I can easily open this up and put my stickers in there, or whatever I'd like to add in there. So that is all I've got in there so far. As you can see, there's really not much in there, but obviously this will, you know, increase the more I plan. So now I'm going to go through all of my scrapbook papers and pick out which ones I like best, which ones I like most, to go for my dividers. I really like this one, definitely going to have that one, and get some glittery ones as well, because I probably won't laminate these ones, I'm not sure yet. Okay, so here we are. They are white on the underside, so they're not double-sided. There's just 2 sheets of the same design. So I'm just going to go through them. Got green ones, these red ones, which I really like the look of, definitely going to use that for one of my dividers. We've got some letters to Santa with glitter on. Hopefully you can see that, all that glitter, very nice. Got some red paper with some snowflakes, glittery, very nice, probably use that one as well. Some gold stars, glittery again. These are like white polka dots, but like snowballs. Some Christmas baubles, which are also very, very glittery, very nice. Some ivy, oh sorry, holly, berry and holly, oh god, berries and holly leaves. They're not glittery, but they're very nice nonetheless. Some Christmas trees, these are really nice with glitter on the tinsel, and the stars are glittery, they're nice. These are all very nice. I'm just sort of trying to pick out which ones I want most. This would be really nice as a divider if you were putting like recipes or something in your planner, which I might think about doing, maybe some Christmas recipes kind of thing. because baking is quite nice, and especially nice to do during like the Christmas winter period, because obviously it's colder, nice activity to do inside, so might look into doing that. So that would be a really nice pattern to do for a divider if you're doing recipes. And then we just have some green stripes, which looks a bit like wallpaper. It's quite cool. So just green stripes, they're plain. And then we have the back sheets, which were the snowmen, which are also covered in glitter for their little scarves and hats and their little bellies. So that's also a really, really lovely one. So now here comes the tricky part of deciding which papers I want for my dividers, and also how many dividers I want. So I've obviously got present logs, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. I've only got 4 things in here, so I could obviously do 4 dividers, but I think I might do 5, and then that's a good amount dividers for each sort of section. I can always add more in if need to, but I think 5 is a good amount. You know, nothing really sort of extra more to put in my planner, I don't think. So yeah, choose my paper. Got my 5. I think I might even then take this one. I'm going to use this one as my dashboard, so I'm going to get that one out as well. So I've got 5 dividers and a dashboard. Okay, so this is definitely the sort of trickier part, the more of a challenge for me anyway, because I haven't done dividers in the way that I'm going to do them today. If I get my other planner so you can see, the dividers I normally make are these style, where they're just a rectangle of obviously the size that you need, and then I do circle tabs. So here's another one. These are my sort of tabs that I tend to make. I'm not very good with the laminator, as you can tell. I trimmed them too close, but these were my first ones I made. So if I'm honest, I'm still really, really pleased and happy with these. I'll just show you all of them. And then that's my last one. I think I do have another, no, I think that was my last one actually. So yeah, that's how I've always made them, the circles. But for this, I'm going to be going with the style of these MyCraftyFox ones. Okay, so I just had a bit of a, I just restarted again, because not from the whole thing obviously, as you can tell, but just from this bit, because I've just made this so complex and confusing from what I've said. So basically where we were up to, or where I was up to, sorry, I've picked out what scrapbook papers I want for my dividers. So I've got them all here and in the order that I want my dividers to be, and then I've picked out this one for my dashboard. And then what I've said to you, or what I did say, was about measuring or using a template guide kind of thing. So what I'm doing is I'm going to get 2 dividers, so this one and another one, which have got the same print, and I'm going to stick them together. And that is because I'm going to do a special tab design, which is this one, which is actually a punch that I've just folded in half, because I just want this bit as my tab. So this will be like this, and I thought it was quite nice for Christmas. So that's what I'm going to do. Now this isn't much sort of bigger than the tab on the MyCraftyFox dividers, and what I've done is I've measured it this way and this way, so length and width, which like length is 17.1 centimetres and width is 9.6 centimetres, and then I divided it by 5 because I want 5 dividers, which has given me 3.42, which would be the length or the size of my dividers. But because I want to use this punch now, which is a little bit longer, if I get my ruler, it's actually 3.6 and a little bit bigger. That means they're just going to overlap a little bit, but that's fine because I can just use this divider as a guide to the positionings along, like down my to make it correct spacing for my dividers. So what I've then gone and done is got the paper the correct way round to how I want my divider. So my divider is going to be, the pattern's going that way. So then I turned it over. Oh, I've got it upside down now. Turned it over and I traced my divider so that I'd have one going the correct way and the wrong way, if that makes sense. So I'm just gonna join this bit up because obviously the tab was in the way, so we can carry on now. So that's one divider, so I'll cut that out, but I am just gonna copy it again so I can just save as much paper and time as I can. And then I'm just gonna do the same again. Make sure that it all matches up. And it's straight when I cut it on my paper cutter. So now I've got my double-sided divider. So that is the first step. So then I'll get my paper cutter, paper trimmer, guillotine, whatever you've got, and I'll cut this out. There we go, I've cut that out, so I'll just move that to one side, and now I have my two dividers. So I'm not going to cut these because then that'll save me having to stick more bits together, if that makes sense. Because they're already joined, I can literally just fold over. So I do have on my paper trimmer a scoring tool, which I'll just get out, which is this one here, just a different blade that I can put onto my guillotine. If I can get this one off. So that's like my normal cutter, and then I want a flat one. So instead of cutting, I want to score. And I'm gonna do it this way actually. Just score my line. So I know whereabouts to fold, and then that'll give me a nice fold, which will be level with my paper. And then that'll match up, you see. So it might be a little bit off because of my line. Oh, just dropped it on the floor. That might be a little bit off because of where my line was, but that's fine because it's just giving me a good guide. So just making sure that that does match up. Just getting a scoring tool here. A bone folder, sorry, and just making sure that all matches up alright. Which is it's being a bit difficult with. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to have my pattern like this way. So now I want to cut, I'm going to punch this design out of my paper. So I want it the right way, so I'm going to have it so it matches with my pattern. So there's my design punched out, and then I'm just going to literally slot this in here, get it so it matches up in the right sort of place and then punch it. Stick it. So I'm going to stick that all together and make sure that's, you know, as far out as I want it to be and in line with my print. Just like that. And I'm going to stick that down, hopefully you can see that. Okay, so I've gone ahead and made the rest of my dividers, but I haven't put the tabs on because I'm going to show you how I do that. So the first tab is on, I've stuck that together. On the front I've lined it up, but on the back it's a little bit wonky, but that doesn't matter to me. I'm not fussed about that because, you know, I'm not really going to see the back all that much. So I'm going to show you how you make all of your tabs go correctly. So for each I have already cut out the little tabs, as you can see. I just haven't stuck them together yet. Stuck them in the thing. So what I'm going to do for this is, because I've got all of them made, I'm just going to lay them in there like so for all of them. Right, so now with them all laying down, I'm just going to sort of try and make them as together as possible. And I'm just going to gently sort of manoeuvre the tabs to where I want them to be, so I get an idea of whereabouts of my layout. So I'm going to go for something like this. Hopefully you can see that alright. Yep, so that's what I'm going to go for, that sort of separation, so they just overlap ever so slightly. That one's a bit wonky. Like that sort of thing. So, because I've done this one, but I'm doing the second one, I'm just going to take them two and just scoop them out to the side and work on this one. So I have an idea in my head about sort of how much overlapping. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to take this one and just ever so slightly, well, not ever so slightly, do anything. I'm just going to put all the glue on, slather that on. Oh, keep slipping this one. So once all my glue's on, like so, I'm just going to put this over it. And I haven't pushed it down, I'm still sort of altering. So I know I want it to be that sort of position, and then what I'm going to do is slide this one across so I get the correct height. So it's not too tall, so like that one's too tall. So I can just push it down so it matches up. So in that way, I haven't done it, you know, I haven't, you know, they're not all sticking out too far from each other kind of thing. So now that's stuck down in the perfect place. I can stick my actual divider together. So then what I'm going to do is, because obviously I've done the first one, I've done the second one, done. I can put my second one away and do my third one, use my second one for my third one for the fourth, blah 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 blah. So I'm just going to do that and speed up the clip, and then I will be back. So there is my dividers. I have, I've noticed, you know, like this one's a bit more tucked under than the other ones and that sort of thing, but it's all about, you know, learning and all that. So, you know, I'm really still quite pleased with how well these turned out. I really like the look of them. I think they look wonderful, and I'm really pleased that I went with this style of tab. I think it looks really lovely. So now we have to punch them so they fit in our diary. So what I'm going to do is make sure it's on the correct hole, the correct size and everything. So to do that, I'm just going to do a practice punch to know that this is the correct distance. Yep, so I'm on the right setting, and we're going to go ahead and punch it. The only thing is there isn't a guide, so just got to eyeball it, haven't you? I just realised, oh my god, I can't do that. I figured it wrong. See, I still don't trust myself with that though. I feel like that isn't right. I'm just going to go for it, I think. Hope for the best. So there is one punched. Let's check that is alright. Pretty much spot on. So there is one divider punched. Punch them all, so fingers crossed they're in the right places. Yeah, pretty much. I'm pretty happy with that. That last one probably could have gone over a little bit, but I'm not fussed. So now I'm going to put my dividers into my planner. And then my fifth one, we will find something for that, I'm sure. So there is my dividers in my planner now. I'm really pleased with how well they turned out. Really, really pleased. So now what I'm going to do is cut myself using a bit of plastic. I want a nice big one. That's the right size. I might not have any that's the correct size anymore. So I might have to take one out of my other planner. Yeah, they're wrong sizes. I need to make myself a fly leaf. So with that, I'm going to get my paper cutter again and cut this out. And then same thing, grab your diary punch or whatever punch you're using, and punch it. This is a bit trickier because I can't really see it all that well. It's going to happen, I'm afraid. And then you've got a little fly leaf just to cover your front divider or your dashboard or whatever you're having. So I am going to just chuck in a little dashboard because it's what I want to do. It's entirely up to you. You don't have to if you don't want to, of course, but I am going to. So same thing with this, just trace around it a current page or just use your measurements like before with the dividers. Now I could do this two-sided, but I'm not going to, just because it's going to be on the front of this. So, you know, I'm just going to have it there and then I'll just, you know, go straight to wherever I like. So I might do in the future, but it's not a necessity that I need to worry about now. Go ahead and punch that. And then we can chuck that in here, behind the fly leaf. Damn it. Oh no, it's alright. There we go. I thought I'd punched it a lot lower, but it's a little bit lower than my dividers. But remember, as I said, it's all learning, you know. If something does go wrong like that, like this, doesn't bother me because I'm happy with this, you know. It's handmade, it's not factory bought, nothing like that. So I'm quite happy with that. So yeah, so now I've done all that, I've got all my inserts with nice decorated dividers. This is all my sections. I can start Christmas planning now. So what I would say is we could make some little you know, bits and pieces to decorate our planner with, which we will do in maybe the next episode. If you have any particular, what I could do is in the back put some of the note paper, because then we've got some paper in there, haven't we? I just sort of thought about that. Probably should stick some note paper in there. I'm gonna not grab the to-dos because obviously I've got my Christmas ones in there. I'm just gonna get this lined paper and the blank paper, because I can use, or should I leave the graft in there? I'm going to leave the graph paper in there as well. So in my last divider I've got all this plain paper, which might be nice. If you have any particular requests for you know, what to add into our Christmas planner, do let me know. Mine's obviously looking a lot bare at the minute. Sorry, that doesn't make sense. Mine's obviously looking quite bare at the minute because this is our first episode and I haven't, you know, got all my guts in there as much as I'd like at the minute. So if you've got anything you particularly like to have shown in one of these videos, please let me know and I will do that in one of the upcoming episodes. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. If you do want to obviously follow my planning series that I'm planning on doing, you can either subscribe on here or you can follow my blog posts if you prefer blog posts to videos. But I will be doing videos, so make sure you subscribe and turn on the notifications to find out when I next upload. And I hope you enjoyed this one and I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.